Welcome to the review of the Brydge Keyboard. As you can see, it is a fingerprint magnet just like the Pixel Book, or the Pixel Slate. It's not the Pixel Book, but I use it kind of like a Pixel Book. The keyboard itself is pretty thin. It does sort of have a little bit of just a little bit of a gap. It doesn't really hold it completely shut, so you can see that there. This is my minimalist setup. So I have the Pixel Slate, and I use it with the pen and the mouse and some Pixel buds. I actually put this in here incorrect. You can see how easy it is to use the Brydge keyboard with the Pixel Slate. I chose this because it was on sale. This is the Core M3 version, and I got the whole package with the Pixel Slate keyboard, which I actually prefer to the Brydge in terms of feeling and typing quality, but the Brydge is just the best setup in terms of usability and quality feeling overall. It really finishes the product. So now I'm going to just show you how I use it with the Moft stand. So this is the setup. This is the Brydge keyboard. The keys illuminate, which is great. They don't have a lot of settings in terms of what, how bright they get, but it's enough that it'll work. The lowest setting I think is still too bright for dark areas, but again, if you want that functionality, it works. And since the Chrome keyboards have a sort of a little bit of a different button layout, it is important to see that and learn it before you actually start using it like a standard, QWERTY keyboard. So the Pixel Slate right now is in the Brydge keyboard, and it was upside down, and you can't, that's how seamless this thing works. The rubber feet are pretty good. It does make the screen bleed a little bit at the bottom, but I have not used it to a point where I feel like it would damage the screen over time. And if you look and do a little bit of research, the creators of the Brydge keyboard say that, they have had issues where it's cracked the screens, but that's always been a fitment issue. So that means someone is using a keyboard with the wrong device, and so that's what's caused it to break over time. The first setup, when you get it, it is a little bit hard to align these tabs. They are very, very strong, but you just kind of want to start on one side and then slowly just align the screen with the inner tabs, and then once you close it, they should be aligned so that when you remove it from here, it will work no matter what. And again, the trackpad is fine. I really like using a mouse, so I have the MX Master 3. I find that the Pixel Slate speakers are very, very good. They're just not very loud. The same thing goes for the screen. It is amazing. It's better than the Surface in the sense that the bezels are a little bit smaller, just because of the aspect ratio of the screen. I like the Pixel Slate because it has a fingerprint reader, so when I lock it, this is a button here. When I lock it and I unlock it, I can just put my finger there and I'm unlocked. But let me show you a little bit about how this works. This again is the Core M3 version, and I haven't had any issues with it at all. It's not slow or anything. Let me show you this real quick. I do have Google Stadia, and you can literally just get in here with a click of a button and you're playing a game. So that's pretty awesome. But let's say, I do have the controller, but let's say you don't have the controller and you just want to move this around a little bit. And again, what I was talking about with the keyboard like this, it just works really, really well because I added the Moft stand here in the back, and that is just a sort of a felt stand that also matches the color. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but it really kind of takes away some of the surface area, so you don't have a lot of fingerprint issues. And again, this thing is just always gonna look like that. Now I can sort of move this keyboard around, and I can just get right into a game, and I don't necessarily need to do much. In terms of connectivity, this is just, for usability, it's amazing. If you're really going to want to have a flexible setup, look at this, it just works. I have not run out of battery life, so the battery life is really great. Since it has a USB Type-C connector, it also is the same connector that I use on the Pixel Slate. and the Pixel Slate actually has 2 of them. So that makes it even easier. And if, again, I want to change the orientation and play in a different way, I can do that without issue. And this is, again, where I feel like the Brydge keyboard it just offers way more flexibility. Like if I want to, again, show you this, and I'm just using the trackpad at this point, it all connects through Bluetooth, so there's no need to ever plug this into anything. Where you charge your Pixel Slate, you can charge your Brydge keyboard, again, because it's the same connector. So now to tell you guys about the Brydge keyboard and sort of how it functions with how it opens, how far it opens. Because you have a top-heavy Pixel Slate, there's only a certain amount you can go before you see it does go over. And that doesn't happen with the Google keyboard, but the Google keyboard is more flimsy, so I think that's about the max. It's heavy in the sense that I believe this weighs almost about as much as the Pixel Slate, but again, you saw that weight variance. And again, it doesn't stay completely closed, you can see that there, but if you're holding it in any direction, if you're putting this in a bag, in a sleeve, it's gonna stay. I have not had it shift uncontrollably, and it can happen. I can show you that there. So it can shift a little bit, but all you have to do is just find that center again, and there it is, it works. So I definitely recommend the Pixel Slate and the Brydge keyboard, and maybe modifying it, you know, with this origami style stand from Moft. So that's the review for the Brydge keyboard, and if you guys have any questions or anything else that you want to know about it, just let me know in the comments. But I'll see you on the next video. Remember to check out our website, nativeminimalist.com. We have coffee available. You can see the big logo behind me there. Check it out, tell us what you think, and we'll see you on the next video.